So this is the look. This is the just a touch. So I started the shadow look with this color and just did it right on the lid. I mean, really simple. I just dabbed on right on top of the lid, not too far up and not too far into the crease, just right on the lid. Now I'm going to take a combination of these two colors and I'm just going to dab it on top of that and going up a little higher. So I'm just taking these two colors. I'm just going to dab right on top of the color I did and just bringing it up a little higher. And this actually gives a nice bright look to your eyes. So it's really brightening up your eyes. I'm just taking that first color and I'm just gonna go right underneath my brow and just meet up to the color I just did. Because I don't want this to be really colorful because I'm gonna add that touch of green and I want that to be the focal point, not the other colors on my eye. Into my blush color, so I'm using the Guava Blush. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm just gonna dab into, because I'm gonna put on a lot of this, and I'm gonna go right on the highest part of my cheekbone. And don't worry if it looks intense, you always blend it out. Then I'm gonna go right on top of that outer eye area, right by my eyebrow. Just go there, I'm gonna do this side. So this is adding a little bit of color to the eyeshadow without really adding eyeshadow. And I always go right on top of my forehead. I just kind of blend everything out so it goes right into my hairline. So now I'm just taking the same brush and just brushing it around. That really just gives you a nice glow, a nice natural neutral glow. Now I'm gonna take this blush color Tulip and I'm gonna mix that with the Guava. So now I'm just gonna intensify the Guava look just a little more, just by taking a little bit of the Tulip, just a little bit, and a little bit of the Guava. And I'm doing the same thing, going right on the highest part of my cheekbone, going back into the hairline. And now I'm gonna do that again, take a little bit of both. And I'm gonna dab right under my eyebrow, right on the outer edge of my eyeshadow, of my eye and my eyebrow. So now it's really giving more color. Now I'm gonna take my Smudge It, Smoke It brush, that green, right into that green color. Just picking up a little bit of the color, not too much. You just wanna roll it around a little. Just get it right on the tip. I'm using this sponge just to pick up any fallout that might happen, but I'm just dabbing. I'm not really brushing, just dabbing a little bit. So that's just the start. I'm gonna add more, but you can do as much as you want. And since I wet the brush a little bit, I'm not gonna hold the sponge, but you can do it if you don't wet the brush. So I'm just gonna dab right underneath my lash line. This side is a little heavier because I want it to have more color. So now you can see this side has a little bit more, this side has very minimal. And I'm gonna go up just a little bit into the outer edge of my eyeshadow line. So right up there. I'm gonna wet the brush again. I'm gonna go in, add more, just dab. You don't have to brush a lot. You just have to dab, and that's it. Now I'm gonna go up a little higher. So that's really simple. Like if it's really difficult for you, you might be doing something wrong. You don't brush. Everybody always does too much. And then when I do it, I'm just dabbing. I'm making little tiny dots. Like I'm not doing that much at all. If you're brushing like this, you're using way too much and you're probably making a mess. It's probably trickling all down. So now I'm gonna wet the brush again. And the way I'm wetting it, I actually wet a paper towel. So I wet the paper towel and I put it next to my makeup area. And this way I just dab the brush into the paper towel. And then I pick up the color, dab into it again, just so it kind of sets it in a little bit. So I just use the wet paper towel and I keep dabbing into it, dabbing into the color and dabbing back on top of it. So I'm really pressing the powder into the brush. So now I'm gonna go on the top. I'm actually gonna go all the way across the line. So it's gonna be hard for you to see. So I'm just dabbing. I'm dabbing right across the lash line. I'm not brushing, I'm dabbing. I'm gonna get a little bit more color. And that's good. This way you can take a little bit at a time. You don't have to do everything all at once. Like if you do it a little bit at a time, you'll actually get done a lot quicker. So just do a little bit. So I don't know if you can see, I went all the way up into that inner corner, all the way up there, and even on the top, I went into that inner corner. So I'm just gonna take a look, and I know I wanna add a little bit more to the top, just a little bit more to the inner part, to the center. On my eye, I want that to show up a little bit more. Wiping on that paper towel, trying to get all the green out. And now I'm gonna go into the gold. So now I'm gonna go into the gold. Either one, you can do the lighter one or the darker one, whichever one you want. And now I'm just gonna use that just to blend off a little bit, just so it makes it a little smoother of a line, just right underneath. So I'm just taking that and just going right across the edge of that color that we just did. So do it again, wipe off the product, whatever got put onto this, because there's gonna be some green again on there. So now I'm gonna get it, dampen the brush, go into the gold. I did the softer gold, this one. Dab right on top. So I'm just dabbing, it's kind of like blending the color in. Just a little bit. Made it a little like smudgier, I guess. So that's it. Right now I'm gonna add mascara. So the look definitely looks a lot better when you have mascara on, because it just looks so light. Like it doesn't look like a lot of makeup. And you can still see that touch of green. So now you don't have to. I'm gonna add a little bit of the black on the waterline. And you can do the truffle, you can do like a light brown or a dark brown, but I'm gonna do the Ninja. Black Ninja liner, just a little bit on the top waterline. Now I'm gonna take my flat brush with the nude, and I'm just gonna like brighten up and kind of smooth out any areas. So just around my eyes, I'm just gonna go a little bit, just to brighten up and kind of take away any of the unevenness of the green liner. And you can see it really highlights underneath, so I'm just dabbing. It's gonna add a little more brightness around my eyes, but I'm just gonna dab over it. So you don't just keep adding, you put it on and then you just dab right over it so it blends it in. And just bring it down. Bit of that and put it down by my nasolabial fold. So this helps to block any shadows. So it really helps to just brighten up your face a little bit. I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose. So it's like adding some highlights. I'm not too big on all the contouring craze. I just feel like you just wanna look natural. You don't wanna look so made up. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this, go down on my philtrum, right above my lip, because I'm gonna do my lip liner. Using Rescue Me, which I always do. Love Story works great, or because I always like to make my lips look fuller. Kind of match the top peaks together. So you don't go up and down, you just kind of make a line, avoiding the dip. I have a neutral color just because I have a little bit of green on. Like I always use my Labati, it's one of my go-to colors. Color Diamond is great, but right now I'm gonna use Afterglow. A very natural lip look. So, but still, you know, a little bit of shine too. So this goes really great with this whole look because again, it's just a touch of color. So everything I used today gives you just a touch of color. That I used was Guava, and the second one was Tulip. So these two colors together give you just a touch of color. And I always add more of this when I'm all done, and just add a little bit right on up here, right on the highest point, going up and back. And then I can always add just a little bit more right on the edge of my eyebrows, because that really helps to lift. And then I'm just gonna take whatever's left on my brush and just brush around. It just adds a touch of color, but also gives a really nice sheen. So that's where the highlighter comes in. It's a very, very forgiving, very soft, natural blush with the highlighting effect. So it's really great. It's not like those highlighters that you see. Some of them are so chunky and like glittery. It doesn't look natural. It just looks weird on the face. This one, it gives you a nice glow. And that's what you want. You want a nice youthful glow that's not just, you know, over the top. It's just a touch of color. So it's really great. Anybody can wear it. It's so versatile. You have to add the green. You can add your own liner if you want. You can add more of a brown liner, even just the black. But the purpose of this whole palette is to give just a touch of color. So that green is kind of the whole purpose of the palette, just to give a touch of color.